Right guys, so I did actually struggle to make the UKG drums, so it ain't from scratch, but I will show you what I've made. This is what I'm going to walk through. Selector. Right guys, so first we've got the kick. This is just from the Big Z pack. It's got no processing on it. The pattern for the kick was quite hard, to be honest. So you got it on the first beat, then you got it on the 1.33, and then same again, 133. But then you put an extra one in here, and it didn't sound quite right, so I had to put it back even a little bit. I just did this by ear, not much rhyme or reasoning. Let's hit it with the snare. I think that's what I marked it up with. So yeah, so if you put it here, it sounds too quick. I mean, it sounds alright. It sounds a bit better sort of in the halfway, in my opinion. So let's leave it there. Then next you've got the snare. This snare, I could not find a correct snare for UKG. I had to go on Splice and went to the MJ Cole snare, or MJ Cole pack, where I found a few snares and saved them to my desktop, because I could not for life of me. You can't seem to use like a normal snare. It's got to be quite a weird, snappy, quite a weird one. So yeah, if you can't find a snare, you're gonna have to go searching through Splice, find like a garage pack, and there'll be some on there. But it ain't your usual house snare. And then for the hat, weird one. I would have thought it'd be an open hat, but it just wouldn't seem to sit right. So I've gone for a closed hat. This is just from the Smith Anthony pack. Pretty standard. Put EQ on there. And next we've got this open. Oh, that's a duplicate. Whoops, close that. And then we've got this closed on, sorry. So it just adds a little bit of swing into that hi-hat on every other, or like on the third, before every third beat. So if I solo it, and without it, it's just a bit straight. You know, it adds a bit of groove to it. Then percussion. Let's hit it with the percussion. Again, with this, all I was doing is just adding, got a drum rack, put in a few samples, and then was just fucking around, moving them, seeing where they best fit. Wasn't much rhyme or reason to this, if I'm honest with you. Sort of putting it wherever it would sort of sit. I mean, I wouldn't say it's perfect. Could probably tweak it a bit more. But yeah, I just went for random percussion sounds like this sort of shit. You could also chuck maybe like a little shaker in. I guess this sort of shaker. But yeah, in terms of processing, got drum bus on the main. Just basically glues it all together as a bit of punch. And then on this, they actually sounded a little bit dry, these drums. Like a bit scratchy, so I just added a bit of reverb, wet them up a bit. So just lastly, I also added some swing to add a bit of groove to the drums. So I've gone for the MPC 16 swing. So obviously to get that, all you got to do, open groove pool. It should open the groove pool. Motherfucker, there you go, groove, that little button. And then yeah, pick whatever groove you want. You basically want to add a bit of groove. I could have probably added a bit more groove, to be honest. So I only went to 60, probably got up to about 64ish, or maybe try some of these others, the funker one. Just yeah, I've kept the kick the same as it is, and then I've added swing as you can see on all the other layers, just to add a bit of groove and rhythm to the UKG beat. But yeah, that is pretty much it, guys. Thanks again for watching. If you got this far, I think I'm going to start editing my videos a bit better, because they're probably quite shit to watch at the moment. Yeah, thank you. Take care. Bye bye.